Hello and welcome to the Sandstone Care Inspire and Empower Change live broadcast. My name is Danny Kalala, and today we are here with the full-time recruiter at Sandstone Care. Sandstone Care is always looking for passionate people who want to join their team to make a difference. And if you are one of those people, stick around because we have the person that is going to be taking you through the whole process right here, and we're going to give you some insights of what Sandstone Care really looks for. But Emily, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody and tell us a little about you and what you do.
Absolutely. So I'm Emily. I'm the full-time recruiter here at Sandstone. I am the first point of contact. I'm your reference point for candidates that are looking to work with Sandstone and interested about our employment opportunities. So I've been with the organization for about 6 months now. It'll be 6 months in August. Prior to this, I did sales recruiting for about 3 years.
Love it. So we had a conversation sort of offline, and this sort of highlights a big part of the process. In past roles, you've been sort of thrusted into a lot of like quantity environments. Get a lot of stuff done, do it fast. We're not necessarily worried about quality. Just get a lot of stuff done throughout the day. And your process in transition here has been one of quality, right? Why don't you talk a little bit about that transition from being expected to do a lot of quantity and then coming here to where quality matters. And when you listen to this, just know this is overall what Sandstone prioritizes is quality.
Absolutely. So when you recruit in the sales and marketing field as a general rule, it's about numbers. We're looking at quantity and we're playing the law of averages, and we're really looking to be aggressive, full force all the time. And when I transitioned to this role at Sandstone, what we're really looking for is quality. And the first step in that for me was to really slow it down just a little bit, much deeper conversations, really getting to know candidates. I think one thing I love about this role is I have the opportunity to really get to know people beyond the resume and their qualifications, but who they are, what they want, and what they're really looking for in an opportunity. Through that quality process, you know, as much as I need to slow down, it's a slowdown for the candidate as well. So candidates can really expect, in addition to a phone screen with me, anywhere from 3 to 5 in-person interviews. And really, we want you to learn. Transparency is a huge part of our culture, and so we really want you to get a good feel for who we are, what we do, and what your role could look like.
Because there's so little you can learn from just 1 or 2 interactions. That's the reason why it's so important to have you keep coming in and meeting new staff members. It's important for you to see the people you're going to work with, the way that they work, and again, the culture. Because like you said, there's a big factor here involved in culture. And are you going to be a good fit for the company, and is the company going to be a good fit for you? So for anybody that is possibly looking, why don't you take them through the process of either they submitted their resume on your website or on Indeed. Take them through the process of what typically is going to happen.
Absolutely. So your learning process for Sandstone starts right away when you submit your application. And what will happen is you'll get an email right away from us. It's going to have a link to a questionnaire that's really going to dive into your values, your perspectives. It's a personality assessment, and what it does is it really helps us understand your communication styles as well as your work preferences. And that can go so far in us helping support you in a role and really determining, you know, where that fit could be. You're also going to get some communication from us in the form of a PDF document that really talks more to the culture of Sandstone. Because for us, cultural fit and how you fit within that culture is just as important as the qualifications for the role. So I think my first piece of advice for anyone out there who's looking to work with Sandstone is to really take time to look over that document, but also do some research, learn more about us. Don't wait for the phone interview to really learn more about what we do. From there in the process, what will happen is I'm reviewing applications, and then I will reach out to candidates to schedule a phone interview. So that first meeting is just going to be about 20 to 30 minutes on the phone. We get a chance to talk, learn more about each other, run through the basic things that I know are so important to candidates in a role, running through schedule, expectations, you know, really learning the general responsibilities of a position. And from there, if it seems like a good fit, we move to in-person interviews. And like we kind of covered a bit earlier, you know, candidates can expect to come in for in-person interviews anywhere from 3 to 5 typically.
As many as 6?
As many as 6, yeah.
It's happened before, right?
Absolutely, yes. because we really understand that recruiting is a two-way street, and we want you to understand as much about us as we want to understand about you. I think the last thing we would want is for someone to, get excited about a role and come in and feel like it was something completely different than what they were expecting. We want to make sure that transparency is really key in this position.
I love it, and we already have some people in the comments tagging some people. I'm assuming possibly some people that are looking for some new opportunities. So if you're still watching to this point and you have friends or colleagues that you think might be a good fit for Sandstone Care, go ahead. Tag them in this video. They'll get to meet Emily, who is, again, that first line of contact when you submit that resume.
Yeah.
She's going to be the one picking up the phone and reaching out to you. And I love the quality over quantity piece that we talk about, and you're going to continue to hear that. So when it comes to somebody coming here, Sandstone is a growing company, expanding. Gosh, it seems like every 6 months something new is happening here. Talk about that process as being a young organization, what people can expect throughout time as far as changes and things like that.
Absolutely. I think, one of the most important things and one of, the core things that we look for in a candidate is really just that team player mentality, the ability to be flexible. As we're young and growing, processes, situations can change, and really being able to support in that and really just be able to adapt to those situations is so important. And I think one thing that's really great as well is that, Sandstone as an organization puts a lot of time, effort, and value into their people. I know for myself, stepping into my position, I was provided so much training and support to really feel confident in my position. And it was something that I so greatly appreciated. It exceeded all of my expectations on the training I was going to receive. But really opportunities to grow in the organization as well. Being a part of something young and growing offers you opportunity to develop with it.
I've seen so many promotions here at Sandstone Care, job roles that are created out of nowhere just because they've, what I love is they've found people, they've gotten to know people that were great employees, and then they ask them, what's important to you? If you could have a dream position, what would it be? And I've seen them create roles for people that didn't exist, that were more in line with their skills, right? And that's a beautiful thing here. So this is a place, again, where you can grow with, but know that it is growing. Everybody I talk to is, you got to have that team player attitude. You got to be ready to change. You can't be somebody that's like, oh, it was like this 3 weeks ago. Why did it change now? You're going to see those things change in this growing organization. And you're going to have the opportunity to grow. So for anybody that's out there still to this point, still watching, what's any type of advice or tips you could give them about going through the process?
Absolutely. I think first what I spoke to earlier is really just taking time to research and learn more about Sandstone, understanding who we are and what we do. I think one thing I really learned in the process through my interview process, but also through being the recruiter here, is to really trust the process. It is more intensive, and sometimes that steps outside of our comfort zone, and it can be uncomfortable, but that's how we grow and change. And so really trusting that process and take your time to really focus and learn about the opportunity and learn about the organization. Because from the other side of it, from doing the interviews, we're doing that for you, and we want you to learn about us. There's no silly questions. Learn everything you can, and trust that process.
I love it. So that's been your insight. We gave you a little bit of the brain from the recruiter that's actually going to be picking up the phone and talking to you and kind of taking you through this process. So if you are somebody that's interested in changing up a career and working somewhere and you want to make a difference, you can visit and look for careers on sandstonecare.com, or you also do a lot of job postings on Indeed.
Yes, we do.
So if you want a full list of the positions that are hiring, visit either one of those, submit your application, and then hopefully expect to hear back from Emily herself.
Absolutely.
So thanks for your time today. Thanks for really diving in and letting people know what this process is like and really giving them that insight of what to expect. Awesome. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy your day. And today's been another live video of the Sandstone Care, Inspire, and Empower Change live broadcast. Have a great day.